Do you aspire to study, work, or live in countries like the UK, Canada, or Australia? If the answer is yes, then you must start preparing for IELTS today. Did you know that nearly 1.5 million Indian candidates take the IELTS test in India every year to progress in their academic and professional careers? So what is IELTS all about? Let me explain. IELTS stands for International English Language Testing System. Now, this is a standardized English proficiency test jointly managed by IDP Education, Cambridge Assessment English, and the British Council. The test is of two types. The first is IELTS Academic for students who wish to pursue their studies abroad. The second is IELTS General for candidates who wish to apply for work in a country where English is the language of communication. The test has been developed to assess a non-native English speaker's proficiency in the English language. In order to ace the test, you must sharpen your skills in the 4 modules that IELTS tests you on, and these are listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Now, of the 4 components, listening and reading involve receiving information for comprehension, and therefore they test your receptive skills. Whereas writing and speaking entail generating phrases, sentences, and paragraphs to test your productive skills. Each of these modules is scored for a total of 9 bands. And before moving ahead with the strategies to crack IELTS, it is paramount to understand the pattern of the test. The listening module is an objective test conducted for a duration of 30 minutes for 40 marks, wherein 4 audios will be played one after the other. The student is expected to listen intently and answer 10 questions from each audio. Next, we have the reading module, which lasts for 60 minutes and is also scored out of 40 marks. Now, there are 3 sections here. In each section, the test taker must read and comprehend passages of 800 to 1000 words each and answer the questions related to those sections. Moving on to the slightly more challenging writing module conducted for 60 minutes, there are 2 parts to the writing test. Part 1 is report writing for IELTS Academic and letter writing for IELTS General. Part 2 is essay writing, and this is common for both IELTS Academic and General. Lastly, the speaking module is held face-to-face with an examiner for 11 to 14 minutes only. There are 3 rounds in the speaking test. Round 1 is the interview round, in which the examiner questions the candidate on their background, hometown, education, work, likes, dislikes, etc. Round 2 is called the cue card or the long turn round. In this part, the student will be given a topic to speak about for 2 minutes, along with 1 minute for preparation. And round 3 is the discussion or extension that deals with more abstract questions related to the topic in round 2. The test is conducted in 2 formats. Number 1 is the paper-based format. Now, in this version, the test taker transfers their answers on an answer sheet using a pen or a pencil. And number 2 is the computer-based test, in which the candidate types the answers on the computer screen. Now that you are well versed with the pattern of the test, watch this space for the most effective tips and strategies that will help you achieve a stellar score in IELTS and fly to your dream country.